Wrestling Federation of America is on the air. I am Joe Dombrowski. Thanks for joining us for another action-packed installment. Cannot wait to dive into the action this week. And we kick things off with a young prospect who has made big waves in the WFA thus far.
Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is Cambo XL, Vandu.
Cambo XL, the moniker of this Cambodian American, who is referred to by many as a technical psychopath. This man is very well put together, and for someone who comes from family who has survived literal genocide, it's an incredible story that has taken Vandu to the WFA, to all of his dreams. And he's going to make the most of every moment, even if it's at the expense of any opponent that crosses paths with him. Alexander still in his early 20s, and someone whose mettle will certainly be tested in this broadcast, because this is the first time I've seen A-Game Alexander since he returned from rotator cuff and labrum surgery. Was on the shelf for a number of months. Man is Alexander, who spent many years as an amateur, freestyle, folk style, Greco-Roman. Studied professionally under the likes of Tracy Williams, Willow Nightingale, and Logan Black. And A-Game's all about his endurance, both literally and metaphorically. And you see a takedown in the early going. If this matchup is on the mat, I would give the advantage to A-Game Alexander. Vandu was able to get in the ropes, able to get a break. You notice low stance for both these men. Vandu goes to pick the single leg. Vandu spent time training at the Nightmare Factory, QT Marshall, Glacier, New Japan Dojo under the great Rocky Romero. Has been all over the world, but thus far has not had an answer for A-Game Alexander. All over the world, all over the country. Vandu's building a resume, making his mark. Has one of the best win-loss records in WFA as he backs Alexander into the corner. And with that compact frame that has so much muscle on it, one shot did some damage, but maybe not as much as he hoped for. The pretty boy shooter looks to snap off a quick near fall. Nearly did it. Duck underneath, arm drag takeover, nicely done. No sign of rust on the part of A-Game Alexander here in the early moments. You know, he's been spending diligent time in the rings and the dojos, getting ready to get back in the mix of things. This is not a tune-up for Alexander. His first match back. This is a man who is, I believe, 3-1 here in the WFA so far, but able to take him down. There's a hook in the leg for 2. You saw Alexander stand for a bit in the Boumaier Fight Club, but never really fit in with them. I think ideologically, I think personality-wise, there was always a clash there. And it seemed like Alexander, more often than not, got blamed for their shortcomings. Even when it wasn't his fault, but man, there's a shortcoming for Alexander because that injury is being tested right now. Alexander may be a little bit too presumptuous. And Keo Vandu just immediately pounces, and the eyes of this young man tell the story. It's as if he goes to another place. He shifts to another mindset. There's no remorse and no conscience when it comes to Keo Vandu. It is all about inflicting damage. Wants to prove he's the best star out of Southeast Asia, competing regularly in this country today. Alexander can't be tentative. If that misstep in the corner is going to rent space in Alexander's head and make him second guess, it may be a long rest of the night for Alexander, who finds a way to get an elbow up. Oh, ran right into a clothesline. Bandu, the determination, but a kick out by Alexander. Well, Alexander says he's got the will to match any style. It was instilled in him in the wrestling rooms. But sometimes when the heart is willing, the body doesn't always cooperate. And Vandu, very smart, very measured, staying on that arm and shoulder. Keep in mind the labrum and the rotator cuff that had kept Alexander out of action for what, some 5-6 months? Alexander trying to battle out, but he just can't get the body positioning and the closeness to fire off that right hand. And now Vandu very smart in the sense that even if the injury's 100% repaired medically, there's going to be a psych out factor. This is going to rent space in Alexander's head, who's going to be concerned that the injury's been re-aggravated. And Vandu is using that tightly enforced top ring cable, really, to stretch and contort the previously injured arm and shoulder. Notice not just the shoulder thrust, driving with the legs, digging in with his trapezius, with his collarbone. Anything he can do to create discomfort. Alexander found an opportunity with the distance. Big wind up, and that wasn't wise. That was guts more than brains, but the enziguri connects. And you see that heart and the energy coursing through Alexander's veins. Charging in with that uppercut in the corner, caught him with the back elbow as well. Now, Vandu slipped out the back door, standing side switch. Got the leverage, German with a bridge, 2 count only. What a win this would be for Alexander. His first match back. Vandu favors the neck. Alexander, sense of urgency now comes over him. Vandu, measured, out of harm's way, and takes out the knee. And Vandu loves to cinch in the encore leg crab. And he's got it right where he wants it. Check out how deeply it's cinched in, center of the ring. Alexander had nowhere to go.
Here is your winner, Vandu.
Vandu increases to 4-1 in his WFA lifetime record. And every time we see him, the ferocity, the intensity enhances. Cambo XL makes an example out of A-game Alexander. And you know he's going to keep looking higher up that ladder.
Apex Entertainment on Route 20 West in Marlboro offers family fun for all ages with 10-pin or candlepin luxury bowling, an exciting 20-foot suspended ropes course with over 65 arcade games to choose from, and a fast-paced multi-level go-kart track. Battle friends in our 2-story laser tag arena. When you run out of gas, stop into the Pit Stop Tavern to fuel up. For more information on team building, corporate events, and birthday parties, visit apexentertainmentcenter.com today.
The Wrestling Federation of America returns to Tackle Box Brewing Company in Marlboro, Massachusetts with March Badness on Saturday night, March 23rd. Make your way ringside for over 7 action-packed matches featuring the best up-and-coming wrestling stars from across New England and beyond. Immerse yourself in our live event experience featuring cold craft beer, live music, food trucks, interactive meet and greets, and much more. Don't miss the lights, cameras, and all the action of the Wrestling Federation of America live Saturday, March 23rd in Marlboro. For tickets and event information, visit WFAWrestling.com.
Well, look who's back. Yeah, that's right. This started some 21 years ago, and I'm gonna finish my story. You see, I'm not back to make friends. I'm not back to have fun. I'm back for one reason, and one reason only. And that's to be the greatest WFA heavyweight champion of all time. You see, let me keep this short and sweet. If you're standing in the ring and you look across and you see these eyes, just know I'm bad. I am real bad. I am the real deal.